Good evening, everyone. So I'm waiting for other students to enter in. Once the students will enter in, at 5:05, I will begin the session. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, just a minute. Okay. So, hello guys. So in the last session, we discussed regarding the concept of transportation, as well as we discussed regarding the concepts of respiration and nutrition. Today we are into the last sub-concept of life process chapter, that is excretion in human beings. Guys, till now we learned that nutrition occurs. The nutrition is nothing but the digestion. Whatever we eat, it will be broken down into simpler substances and the nutrients will be absorbed by it. Right. Then after that, once the nutrients are absorbed, the energy has to be released. So that energy will be released by a process called as respiration in presence of oxygen. So respiration is done. So now every cell got oxygen, every cell will get energy. Like every cell should get oxygen, every cell should get energy, right? So this oxygen, the energy and the nutrients will be transported to every part of the body or to all the cells present in the body by a mechanism called as transportation, that is by blood. So now transportation is done. Now utilizing the oxygen, that is making use of that oxygen, Utilizing the energy, all the cells will undergo certain chemical reaction. All the cells will undergo metabolism to produce, they produce certain substances as well as they produce certain waste in it, right? So that waste should be excreted out, should be sent out from our body. That process is called as excretion. In Kannada, we will call Visarjana Kriya, excretion, right? So what is this excretion is? The biological process which is involved in the removal of metabolic wastes. Metabolic wastes under the wastes which are produced by the chemical reactions which occurred in our cells, in our body cells. So that process which involved in the removal of metabolic waste is called as excretion. So that will be done by 3 methods there. By skin, our metabolic waste will go as a sweat. By the lungs, it will be expelled out. It will be released out in the form of carbon dioxide. Then by the kidneys, the waste will go in the form of nitrogen. Why nitrogenous waste is formed? Because each and every component of our body, consider DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, the proteins, carbohydrates, so many things, or whatever we eat now, the vegetables, the food and all. So all the things are the derivatives of nitrogen, guys. Every substance is there, no? Some or the other way it is connected to the nitrogen. So that is why nitrogenous waste will be produced in a more quantity in us, which will be excreted out, which will be released out from the kidneys. Right. So let us watch how the kidneys will excrete out the thing. Then what is the process involved, that we will discuss now. Okay. Now, excretory system. So our excretory system, the excretory system in human beings consists of these parts. A pair of kidneys, as you can see, right? So pair of kidneys, then the pair of uterus, the tube-like structures which arise from the kidneys. Then urinary bladder, a bag-like structure which is elastic, which is flexible, right? Then urethra, the opening. Okay, pair of kidneys, ureter, your urinary bladder and urethra. This is a excretory system of human beings. Next, kidneys are there, no guys. So these kidneys are made up of specialized kind of cells which are involved in filtration of the blood. So why blood has to be filtered? So that whatever usable substances are there are again reabsorbed by the blood. What is not involved, what is not useful, so what we call it as waste, what is not good for our body, which is considered as waste, so that will be released out of our body. So the filtration of the blood will happen in the kidneys. So in the kidneys, we have specialized structural units which are called as nephrons. Nephrons, N-E-P-H-R-O-N-S, nephrons. Nephrons are nothing but the cells which are present in the kidneys. So which actually filter the blood. So here you can see that this is one nephron, guys. This is the structure of one nephron, that is structure of one kidney cell, I can see. So the kidney cell or the nephron starts with a capsule or a cup-like structure, which is called Bowman's capsule. And you can see it has a very many pipe-like structure in it. One is called as the proximal tubule. The other one is called as distal tubule. Next, we have collecting duct. So these all tubules are there, no? These all tubules will be highly coiled and these are involved in the filtration of the blood and reabsorption. Reabsorption means if something useful is there in the blood, that will be reabsorbed. Okay, that all structures is present in this nephron. Okay, so through this nephron, filtration of blood occurs and urine formation takes place, and the urine will collect in this collecting duct. So our urine will be containing most of the nitrogenous waste. Okay. Next. Okay. 1 second. Yeah. This is regarding the nephron. After that, so based on the excretory substances, there are 3 types of animals: ureotelic, uricotelic, amniotic. Amniotic means what? the organisms which excrete, the organism in which excreted substance or the excretion will be ammonia. If it is ammonia, if the excretory waste is ammonia, then the animals are called as aminotelic animals, because the amniotic animals, because the excretory substance is ammonia. So usually fishes and the other aquatic organism will excrete ammonia. The major thing is ammonia is highly poisonous, guys. It cannot be stored in a body for a longer duration, and it needs much water. It needs a large amount of water to get excreted from the body. That is why this occurs in aquatic organisms like fishes and other aquatic organisms. Next, we have uricotelic animals. Uricotelic means uric acid. You might observe that the waste of the crows, the waste of the pigeons and all. Okay, so those will be quite solid. Those will be form of a semi-solid, not a liquid like us. Those will be in the form of a semi-solid, which is called as uric acid. So it will be consisting of uric acid. So such animals or such organisms are referred as uricotelic animals. Uricotelic animals. Then certain organisms excrete urea. Certain organisms excrete urea as a waste, which is also a nitrogenous compound. Such organisms are referred as ureotelic organism. Ureotelic, uricotelic, amniotic, right? So these are the types of organisms based on the excretory substance, guys. Next we have here hemodialysis. Very interesting concept. Before that, I want you all to write down the definition of excretion. Put the heading excretion and then write down the definition and write down this box. The skin will excrete waste in the form of sweat. The lungs will excrete waste in the form of carbon dioxide, and the kidneys will excrete waste in the form of nitrogenous substances. Please write down. Once you are done, let me know, guys. Okay. Write down it. Once you are done, please message me in the chat box or you can speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Completed all of you? Message me in the chat box. Okay. Now, excretory system. Write down excretory system as a heading and write down all these parts. pair of kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder, urethra, and then draw this diagram also. Draw a labeled diagram. Draw this diagram and label it. This is kidney, ureters, then this is urinary bladder, right? And this is urethra. Write down excretory system and then draw the diagram, label the parts, and then let me know in the chat box. Completed all of you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Next, write down the sentence. After drawing the diagram, write down one sentence. The structural and functional units of kidney. I repeat, the structural and functional units of kidney are called as nephrons. Are called as nephrons. N-E-P-H-R-O-N-S. The structural and functional unit of kidneys are called as nephrons. N-E-P-H-R-O NS, nephrons. Okay, next. Next, we have the concept of hemodialysis or artificial kidney. So you might have heard regarding the concept of or regarding the thing of, regarding the kidney failure. So kidney failure means what happens in a person, one kidney will fail to filter the blood. That time other kidney will take part to filter the blood and to do the formation of urine. But when two kidneys fail, so what will happen? That patients or that persons usually will be treated by a hemodialysis, or simply we can call it as dialysis. It is also called as artificial kidney. So here what happens, as we already learned regarding the transportation, we know that the concept of arteries and veins. Arteries, it takes the blood from the heart to all the body cells, whereas veins, it takes the blood from the body cells to the heart. Remember it. Now let us see what will happen actually in a kidney failure patient. So here you can see the patient. So in the patient, you can see that two pipes are attached. Okay, one pipe will be attached here and other pipe will be attached adjacent or beside it. That one pipe is there, no? That pipe will be a artery. Okay, that pipe will be a artery. So that artery will be taking the blood, that artery will be taking the blood. Sorry, it will be a vein, not an artery. It will be a vein. One pipe will be attached to a vein. So that vein will be taking the blood to the dialyzing machine. Just a minute. So artery and vein. So here, as the blood has to be carried out of the body part, so one pipe will be taking the blood from the person to the hemodialyzing machine. So here you can follow this arrow mark, blue color arrow mark, right? So this will go into the machine and then it will go into this filter like part. So this filter like part is nothing but a dialyzer. It is called as dialyzer. So this dialyzer, inside this dialyzer, a blood-like fluid is present. How our blood is there, no? Like that fluid is present, whose pH, whose osmotic pressure, whose pH is same as a blood. So what happens when a person's blood will travel with this, that blood along with this fluid, which is called as dialyzing fluid, there will be exchange of substances. So the nutrients or the waste of the person's blood will be sent to that dialyzing fluid. Okay, then whatever blood which will come out of this dialyzer is there, no? Out of this dialyzer, it is the purified blood. You can see here the arrow mark. It will be the purified blood. So that the purified blood will again sent to the veins of a person, where it carries blood to all the parts or to the heart, and from the heart again the arteries will take the blood. So like that, the hemodialysis or the dialysis will be done for the patients who will get the or whose kidneys will be failed to filter the blood. So this is regarding the dialysis. Next we have excretion in plants. So how excretion in plants occur? So we know that in the leaves of the plant, on the surface, on the lateral slides like this, okay, so certain pores are present. So these pores are referred as stomata, right? So these stomata are involved in respiration, that is exchange of gases from the plants, right? So these stomata are also involved in excretion. So if you go walk in an early morning, observe the leaf. Sometimes you can observe the water drops on only this side, I mean on the lateral sides of the leaf. So this water drops is nothing but the water drop which is excreted, which is released out from the stomata. So the stomata plays a vital role in excretion of plants. Again, we have one more thing which are called as lenticels. Lenticels. So lenticels will be present on the surface of usually stem, which are open cells which are involved in the excretion or releasing of water from the plants. And sometimes you can see that, especially in a coconut tree, guys, when you observe the coconut tree, you can observe a certain gum-like, brown color gum-like structure. Did you observe that? Brown color gum-like structure, brown color one. On usually the coconut, commonly a coconut, right? Brown color structure which is called as gum. Okay, so these gums, these milk-like fluid, so these all are the excretory substances in the plants. So this is how excretion occurs. For our syllabus, it is mentioned that the plants will excrete by the action of stomata, lenticels. Okay, and these excretory waste like gum, resins, so these all are the excretory waste of the plants. Okay, so this is regarding the excretion process. Here we completed the process of excretion and also we completed the chapter life process. Understood all of you? Any doubts here? Any doubts? Yes?
No.
Okay. So today we completed the life process chapter. So soon you will be having the test of science where physics, chemistry and biology test will be there. Soon it will be announced. Be ready for that. Now we will solve some questions on it. In the next session, I will solve the exercise question and answer. Prior to that, we will solve some questions on it. So please be prepared with the writing material so that, yeah. We will solve some multiple choice questions and let me see how you guys are prepared well with this lesson. Okay. Be interactive. Your answers should be mentioned in the chat box. So please open the chat box and be ready to answer the questions as well as, yeah, write down the question if as possible, scribble down the question. The chlorophyll in photosynthesis, otherwise I will send it in the WhatsApp group, you will get it. Okay. The chlorophyll in photosynthesis is used for option A, absorbing light, option B, breaking down water molecule, option C, no function, option D, reduction of carbon dioxide. Chlorophyll in photosynthesis is used for what? Yes, guys, who is going to answer this first? Yes, Shreya answered it. Panchami answered it. What about others? Be fast. So the right answer is here. The right answer is absorbing the light. So I got answer from Amreen Sultana also. So option A, absorbing the light, is a right answer, guys. Let us proceed further. Proteins after digestion are converted into carbohydrates, small globules, amino acids, starch. Proteins after digestion are converted into, yes, who is going to answer this? Means they are asking the simplest form of protein. Panchami answered it. Okay. Yes, what about others? Shreya answered it. Good. Syed Afia Kausar answered it. Okay. So the right answer is here option 3 or option C, amino acids. So proteins simplest form or the digestive absorbable form is amino acid. Carbohydrate absorbative form is glucose. Then lipids or fat absorbative form is fatty acids and glycerol. So please remember it, okay? Fatty acids and glycerol. Next, carbohydrates in the plants are stored in the form of, we know that during photosynthesis, glucose is formed. The extra glucose which is present, it will be stored in the form of glycogen, starch, glucose, and maltose. Yes. The first quick answer is given by Shreya. Okay, what about others? Syed Afia Kausar answered it. Okay. What about others? Be fast, guys. Amreen Sultana answered it. Okay. Panchami answered it. So the right answer is here. Option B, that is starch. Carbohydrates in plants will be stored as starch. Okay, the glucose in plants will be stored as starch. Whereas in animals, the glucose will be stored as, or the carbohydrate will be stored as glycogen. Animals ali glycogen irutte. Next, fourth question goes like this, guys. Main site of photosynthesis. Option 1, leaf. Option 2, stem. Option 3, chloroplast. Option D, guard cells. Okay, Shreya answered to it. What about others? Sayad Afia Kausar answered it. Okay. Panchami answered it. Okay. Fine. So the right answer is here option C, that is chloroplast is the right answer, guys. Chloroplast. Fine. Next. Fifth question. The small pores present of leaf's surface are called as. What are the small pores are called as? Stomata, chlorophyll, guard cells, none of these. So I got a quick answer from Shreya, Amreen Sultana, and Panchami. So the right answer is here stomata. That is option A or option 1 is a right answer. Okay, sixth question. Photosynthesis is catabolic process, parabolic process, amphibolic process, photochemical process. Is it catabolic? Is it parabolic? Is it amphibolic? Is it photochemical? Yes, who is going to answer this? Syed Afia Kausar answered it. Okay. What about others? Amreen Sultana answered it. Okay. What about others? Now, so before that, please write down. Please write down only the question with answer. 5 questions we discussed, no? Only the question with answer you write down. The chlorophyll in photosynthesis is used for, it is used for absorbing the light. Write down there. Then proteins after digestion are converted into amino acids. Then carbohydrates in plants are stored in the form of starch. Main site of photosynthesis is chloroplast. Fifth one, you should decide and write the answer. I will give you 2 minutes of time. Please write it and let me know.
Ma'am, second one answer, ma'am.
Amino acids, option 3.
Okay, ma'am.
Completed all of you?
Yes.
Yes. No, ma'am.
Completed, ma'am.
Okay. What about others? All of you completed? Panchami, Shreya, Amreen, Sultana?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let us proceed to the next question. So fifth question they asked, that is the small, sixth question. Photosynthesis is a catabolic process. Catabolic process means which will release energy. Photosynthesis will not release any energy, right? It absorbs the solar energy. So it is anabolic process. Catabolic process means the reaction which gives energy. Okay. So here photosynthesis will not give energy. It will just prepare the food, right? So parabolic process is wrong. Amphibolic process is wrong. So the right answer is here. Just a minute. The right answer is here, photochemical process, photo sunlight. So through the sunlight, chemical reaction takes place. Option D is a right answer. Option D, photochemical process is a right answer. Let us proceed to the next question, guys. Seventh question. Opening and closing of a pores, that is stomata, is a function performed by stomata, chlorophyll, chloroplast, guard cells. Opening and closing of stomatal pore will be done by what? Yes, Panchami answered it. Good. Shreya answered it. Okay. So the right answer is here, as Panchami said, it is option D. It is option D, not option A. In option A, that is in stomata, stomatal pore is present. So that opening and closing of stomatal pore will be performed by the kidney-shaped cells, which are called as guard cells. So option D is a right answer. Option D is a right answer here. Eighth question. Which element is used in the synthesis of proteins? Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. Who is going to answer this? Which element is used in the synthesis of protein? Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. I got first quick answer from Afia Kaushal. Okay. What about others? Yes. Only one answer. What about others? So the right answer is here, option, okay, Shreya answered it. Option C, that is nitrogen is a right answer. Most of the proteins will be containing nitrogen. Right. Next, ninth question. Temporary finger-like extensions, temporary finger-like projections in amoeba. Temporary finger-like projection in amoeba are called as cell membrane, cell wall, pseudopodia, cilia. What is your response? First quick answer is given by Shreya. Yes, what about others? Okay, Syed Apia Kausar, Panchami answered it. So the right and correct answer is option C, that is pseudopodia. Pseudo means false. Podia means what? Podia means legs. Pseudo, false legs. So option C, pseudopodia is a right answer. Next question. Bile juice is secreted by stomach, pancreas, small intestine, liver. Bile juice is secreted by, yes guys. Panchami answered it. Very good. Shreya answered it. Good. So yeah, Syed Afia Kausar answered it. The right answer is liver. So liver secrete a juice which is called as bile juice. What is its function? Its function is emulsification, that is digestion of fats into into smaller globules. The fat globules or the structure of the fat will be there, will be larger. So this bile juice will act on it and it emulsifies. Emulsifies means it converts larger globules into smaller globules. That will be done by bile juice. Okay, so option D is a right answer here. Next, 11th question. Which of these juices is secreted by pancreas? Trypsin, pepsin, bile juice, both 1 and 2. Which of these juices is secreted by pancreas? I got first a quick answer from Shreya. Syed Afia Kausar. Okay. So, yeah, any other answers? Panchami. Okay. So here, the right answer is here, option A, that is trypsin. Trypsin will be released by the pancreatic juice by the pancreas. Pepsin is there. No, pepsin we will see in stomach. In stomach, protein digestion will done by pepsin. Bile juice will emulsify the fats. Both 1 and 2 is not possible because pepsin is not released by the pancreas. Pepsin is released in the stomach. Next, 12th question. Lipase acts on amino acids, fats, carbohydrates, all of these. I got first quick answer from Shreya. Okay. What about others? Panchami answered it. Syed Afia Kausar, Amrin Sultana. Okay. So the right answer is here, guys. Option 2. That is option B is the right answer, which is fats. Lipase acts on fats. Next, 13th question. Respiratory pigment in human body. Chlorophyll, water, blood, hemoglobin. Respiratory pigment in human body. Chlorophyll, water, blood, hemoglobin. So Amrin Sultana answered it. Shreya Shekhar answered it. So the right answer is here, option D, that is hemoglobin. Then blood consists of what fluid medium? The fluid medium of blood is called as what? They asked the right. The options are lymph, platelets, plasma, all of these fluid content. The quick answer is given by Panchami. Okay. So yeah. So the right answer is here, option C, that is plasma. Option C, plasma is a right answer. Okay, 15th question goes like this. One cell thick vessels are called arteries, veins, capillaries, pulmonary artery. We discussed regarding blood vessels, right? So one cell thick this one vessels are called. Amrin Sultan answered it. Shreya Shekhar answered it. Okay. So the right answer, guys, Syed Afia Kausar answered it. So the right answer is here, option C, capillaries. Arteries wall will be very thick. Veins are comparatively thinner than compared to arteries. But the capillaries will be having very thin vessels which are one cell thick. So option C, is a right answer. That is capillaries. Option C is a right answer. Now, so you finished with writing 5 questions. Now write down 6 to 10 questions. 6 to 10 questions you write down. Write the question in front of it only, you write the answer. No need of writing the options. Do it fast and let me know soon.
I'm not able to view the presentation.
1 minute. Check now. Panchami, I zoomed it.
I'm still not able.
The screen is shared. Can you able to see the screen? Panchami, can you able to see the screen? If-
No, not able.
Then it is already the screen is shared. Please shift it to the place where you will get good network coverage at your home, because others are getting the screen, I guess. Shreya, whether the screen is visible? Shreya, whether the screen is visible? Shreya, okay. Shreya said it is visible, Panchami. So please sit in a place where you have a good network coverage. Because if it is not shared, no, here I will get notification. Otherwise, log out and log in, Panchami, so that you will get it, I guess. Log out and log in once. Yeah. Others, please write down the question with answers. If you don't get the answer, let me know. I will help you out. 6 to 10 questions. Be fast. Photochemical process, option D. Sixth one is option D. Photochemical process. I explained it, right? With the help of sunlight, chemical reaction takes place. Photo andre sunlight, chemical andre chemical reaction. So, photochemical process is the right answer. Write it fast.
Finished, ma'am.
Okay.
Finished, ma'am.
Panchami, is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am. It's good.
Okay. Yes. Completed all of you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Shreya, Panchami. Okay. Write down 11 to 15 questions, guys. 11 to 15. Be fast. Trypsin is secreted by pancreas. 11th answer is trypsin. 12th, lipase acts on fats. 13th, respiratory pigment in human body is hemoglobin. 14th, blood consists of plasma medium. 15th, one cell thick vessels is capillaries. Write down fast and let me know soon in the chat box. Please use the chat box instead of mic, so it will be good in during the recording session. Because as the session is recorded, your voice will be echoed during the record. So I suggest to use chat box. Eleventh answer is trypsin. I said it twice. 11th answer is trypsin, a hormone which is secreted to digest the proteins. Okay, be fast. So in the next session, we are going to discuss exercise question and answers for a life process. 13th answer is hemoglobin. Very simple question. Which pigment is present in the blood? That is hemoglobin, which carries oxygen, alva. 13th answer is hemoglobin. Right. Next. So in the next session, we are going to discuss regarding the exercise question and answers of life process as I completed the lesson today. Okay, completed all of you?
No, ma'am.
5 minutes, ma'am.
5 minutes, ma'am.
I suggest everyone to use the chat box instead of mic. You will be having chat box to say yes, no, okay, and all. Okay, fine. Yeah, punch me. Okay, fine. Okay, all of you completed? Panchami completed, Shreya completed, Anjum completed. What about others? Okay, fine. So from the next session, we will start with the exercise question and answers. Okay, let me end up the session now. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Take care.